What's up, guys? So this story I'm going to tell you happened in a county jail in New Jersey. It happened to be at a time and place where there was a lot of Spanish guys, unusually high amount of Spanish guys in that unit. Most of them were gang members, a lot of Mexican gang members, a lot of Central American gang members, and some Puerto Ricans also. So it was a mix of all of us in there, and I got along with everybody for the most part. And the Central American guys, like the MS-13 guys, they like to be tatted up all over the place. These guys are like head to toe tats, and they have this thing where when they go to jail, they want to come out with more tattoos than when they went in. So one of these guys from one of these Central American spots, Honduras, I think, he kept fucking asking me out of nowhere to tattoo him. And I told him, I'm like, man, I don't fucking tattoo. And I thought that was the end of it, but he kept fucking nagging me for days. I don't know why. He just kept insisting that I do it. He's like, come on, man, I want it to be you. He's telling me in Spanish that he wants it to be me that does it. And it's like important for him for whatever fucking reason. So one day I was like, you know what, man, this guy's going to keep fucking nagging me. I'm just going to fucking do it. Fuck it. Let's do it. So I didn't know how to fucking make ink. I didn't know how to make pens or whatever I was going to do. I had no fucking clue what I was doing. It's crazy that this guy wanted me to do this and insisted that it was me. So to make the ink, we got black chess pieces and checkers pieces, and we needed Vaseline as well to make the ink. And what we did was we burned the black plastic, and as the smoke rose, whatever shit accumulated came out, we put a piece of paper on top. That black soot accumulated on the top of the paper. And then after, we mixed that black stuff with Vaseline or baby oil, and that's how we made the ink. I took a staple out of some legal work I had, took that out, shoved it into the tip of a pen, taped it up, melted a little bit. It was solid. Now I had that. We sharpened it on the ground. Now I have a needle. So I always, I've been tattooed before, but never by hand. So I didn't even know how the fuck to do it. I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to like stab it like this individually and mimic the motion of the machine. That didn't work. Before I even go into that part, let me tell you where he wanted the tattoo. He wanted me to tattoo his fucking neck. He wanted a big ass tattoo right here on his neck. And I just couldn't believe that that's what he told me after I agreed to do it. And I kept telling him, I was like, man, are you fucking sure? You understand, first, I've never done this, but second, for the rest of your life, every fucking day you look in the mirror, you're going to think about me. And he's like, yeah, that's okay. That's good. So I was shocked by this whole thing, but I already told him I'd do it. Fuck it. So when I started, I did it freehand. I didn't draw nothing. I just visualized what I was going to do. And I told him, that's how you're cool with that? He said, yeah. And so I started doing it, putting it in the ink, and tried that like stabbing method. That shit didn't do anything. The ink wasn't staying in, and it was taking forever, and I would never be able to make clean lines and make this shit look good. So instead what I did was I scraped it, and I started cutting his skin and scraping it and dragging it and creating lines each time that I'm cutting in and just filling them with ink. So I'm fucking scraping the shit out of his neck. He's bleeding all over the place, and I couldn't believe that by some fucking miracle this tattoo came out really, really nice. I'm fucking amazed because keep in mind, guys, I've never done shit like this before, and I'm not particularly good at art. I actually suck at drawing. My kids do better drawings than me. So the fact that I did this shit freehand and I'm scraping and I don't know how to fucking tattoo, it was a miracle. Lucky as hell for this guy, because all I kept thinking about was, man, if I fuck this shit up, this guy's gonna be fucked for the rest of his life, because even if he tries to remove this with laser tattoo removal, I scraped the shit out of his neck and put that shit so deep that they'll never be able to remove it. But luckily, it came out cool. The guy was happy as hell, and the funny thing was, after the fact, after a couple days, it didn't get infected or anything. It started to heal, and people saw it. Other people started asking me to tattoo them, and they're trying to pay me and shit. They're offering me 10 pieces, 20 pieces, or items, they're called. Basically, commissary or canteen items worth $1 each are called a piece. And I just couldn't believe it. I didn't do anybody else, guys. At that point, this guy really fucking looked up to me, so I figured, all right, he's begging me, he's insisting, he's pushing it. If I fuck it up, there's not going to be a problem. But with somebody else, and if I take money for it, that's a whole different story. So that was it, guys. I don't know what happened to this guy. We were in the unit probably for a couple months together. We were cool while we knew each other, but sometimes if I think back and remember, this guy's gonna fucking think about me for the rest of his life, literally. To this day, every time this fucking guy looks in the mirror, he's gonna think back and reflect on us sitting in that fucking unit and me scraping the shit out of his neck and him bleeding all over the place. So that was this crazy story, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you next time.